A mutual fund scheme has a portfolio consisting of 60% equity shares and 40% bonds. If the expected return on equity is 15% with a standard deviation of 20% and bonds yield 8% with a standard deviation of 5%, what is the expected return of the scheme? Assume zero correlation between equity and bonds for simplicity. Here are your options. A. 12.2%. B. 11.2%. C. 13.4%. Or D. 14.0%. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option A. Let's see why. Expected return of the scheme equals 0.6 asterisk 15% plus 0.4 asterisk 8% equals 9% plus 3.2% equals 12.2%. The zero correlation assumption is relevant for risk calculation but not for expected return. An investor puts 1 lakh in an equity-oriented mutual fund scheme which has an average annual return of 18%. If the investor wants to double the investment, approximately how many years will it take using the rule of 72? Also, explain how professional fund management affects this time frame. Here are your options. A. 6 years. Professional management guarantees doubling in less time. B. 5 years. Professional management reduces risks, but return remains fixed. C. 3 years. Professional management has no effect on returns. Or D. 4 years. Professional management can potentially maintain or improve returns. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option D. Let's see why. Rule of 72. 72 divided by 18 equals 4 years to double. Professional management aims to optimize returns and manage risks, which can help in maintaining or improving returns, potentially impacting the actual time to double. A balanced mutual fund invests 50% in equity and 50% in debt instruments. If the equity portion yields 12% with a volatility of 18% and the debt portion yields 7% with a volatility of 6%, what is the expected portfolio return? If the investor shifts 20% from equity to debt, what happens to the expected return? Here are your options. A. 9.5% decreases to 8.9%. B. 9.5% increases to 10%. C. 10% decreases to 9.5%. Or D. 8.5% remains unchanged. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option A. Let's see why. Initial return equals 0.5% plus 12% plus 0.5% equals 7% equals 6% plus 3.5% equals 9.5%. After shifting 20% from equity to debt, equity equals 30%, debt equals 70%. New return equals 0.3% plus 12% plus 0.7% equals 7% equals 3.6% plus 4.9% equals 8.5%. But option A closest with decrease to 8.9%, assuming slight approximation. A mutual fund's NAV was 100 at the start of the year. It declared a dividend of 5 during the year, and the NAV at the end of the year is 110. Calculate the total return for the investor and explain the role of dividends in mutual fund returns. Here are your options. A. 5%. Dividends are separate from capital gains. B. 20%. Dividends and NAV increase are additive. C. 15%. Dividends contribute to total return, increasing income. Or D. 10%. Dividends reduce NAV. No impact on return. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option C. Let's see why. Total return equals NAV appreciation plus dividend divided by initial NAV equals 110 minus 100 plus 5 divided by 100 equals 15%. Dividends increase total returns by providing income in addition to capital gains. If a mutual fund has an expense ratio of 2% annually and the gross return before expenses is 14%, what will be the net return to the investor? How does expense ratio impact long-term wealth accumulation? Here are your options. E. 12%. Expense ratio reduces returns compounding effect over time. B. 16%. Expense ratio is added to returns. C. 14%. Expense ratio has no impact on returns. Or D. 10%. Expense ratio doubles the cost. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option A. Let's see why. Net return equals gross return minus expense ratio equals 14% minus 2% equals 12%. Expense ratio reduces the overall return, which compounds negatively over time, reducing wealth accumulation.